Hello, my name is Mariana Sandi. I'm owner of Egoista Nail Academy, and today I welcome you to 3D Gel Nail Art course. At this course, I will also teach you how to choose the right product, the right tool, because in my experience, having the right tools and product is already 50% of your success. Girls, no rush. Please take your time and watch the theory video, write down notes, and after proceed to the practicum part. Today, girls, we're gonna do 3D nail art using a gel. The 3D, we're doing nail art in finished nails. That means after top coat, we don't cover the nail art with anything. Also, it's my preference to add crystals, some jewelry, some texture on 3D designs. In my opinion, looks more rich. And I'd like to introduce to you a 3D gel kit from Egoista. It's a set of 12 colors. You can see the color on the label. We have two beautiful green, lighter and darker, pinks, yellow, red. Like a set like this, you're gonna use all these colors on your nail art. It's a preferences, right? Some clients may want to have white, pink, roses, or different color the flowers. Even the flower can be blue or green. That's right. To show you the consistency of the gel, it's like a Play-Doh, plastiline. Play-Doh is thick viscosity, and we need to mold flowers. After you molding the flowers, it's going in a lamp to be cured. A curing time for 3D gel is only 5 seconds. Only 5 seconds. I'm gonna repeat myself and to pay attention to you. So that's why it's important to keep the jars closer, because otherwise the product will gonna be cured. Like in a process of working, I recommend you to take a small amount and keep the jar close. This is the single thing what you need to pay attention to use your product longer. Another tool, what we're gonna use it today, is a silicone tool. A silicone brush is soft, silicone pointy brush. I prefer to use a smaller one because it's more easy to do a small flower with a smaller brush. The next tool what we need for 3D design is a 3D brush. I call it flower brush. It's a Kolinsky hair, and you need to have a pointy at the tip. I have the same Egoista 3D gel brush. For decoration, my designs, I will use a white spider gel, a white gel paint, and a black gel paint. I use it for decoration. For my backgrounds, I will have Egoista gel color number 5, which is a light gray, and number 2, a black. Also from Blossom collection, I'm gonna use A08. It's a light green color. Same for decoration. I'm gonna use Egoista crystal gel, which is no way to glue your crystals on the nails, and I'm gonna use wax pen. We have discussed it already. 3D nail art we're doing in a finished nail plate, and the 3D gel after curing has a matte surface. I prefer to do all the designs on matte to have same texture, and I'm gonna use a no wipe Egoista matte top coat. You can do on glossy, it's exactly the same. So this is what I'm gonna use. Same for decoration, will help me a 2 brushes, 9mm liner brush and Kolinsky 2 zeros. For decoration, I'm gonna use these 2 brushes. Now let's start it. I have created already my background as a texture, use it, dimension it, gel polishes. Now using a white gel, I'm taking with my palette a small amount of gel. I place it on my hand to use my hand as my palette. Now we need to split this in 3 pieces because I want to have for my next flower 3 petals. We defining these pieces based on how much product and to take I want to have for my next flower 3 petals. So I split it my product on 3 equal pieces and I roll them as a ball. So practically you need 3 balls. Try to have them similar size. So if you want to have a bigger flower, you're taking the bigger ball, smaller balls. Like I think it's too big. I want to make them a little bit smaller. Now we're defining the location of our flower, and I will go. Like take a ball and I will place right in here this line. So I want on a line vertical what I have to be a center of my flower. Now I'm using a silicone tool and I have here in the trail alcohol. I will dip my silicone brush on alcohol, remove the extra amount of the gel, and now we need to open this ball. So I'm just from this side I defining where is the center of my flower, and now I'm gonna open this ball. So goes right in the middle of the ball and open left, right, and towards me. Now you can see the silicone brush left all these marks on flower. So we taking a flower brush, remove the extra amount of alcohol, and now glide the petal, make them smooth. We don't want to see any bumps, anything in our petal. Using the flower brush, also I can change the shape of the petal. You can see a little bit wave it in one side to look more natural. So we have the center of the flower right here. For our next balls, the same, we want to have all of them orientated to the center. I'm placing my next one using silicone brush we open the bowl. I can place even second one. Give direction. First I give direction, like all of them to be pointy in the center. And now I'm opening this bowl. Use small amount of alcohol. If you're using too much, then alcohol will dilute the product, this 3D gel, and will not gonna be that hard. Will gonna be softer. The viscosity is changing. When you feel the 3D gel is sticking to your brush, just use more alcohol. So all the time I remove the extra amount. Now using a flower brush, let's make the flower more smooth and wave the petals. Here we have our first flower. I will cure this one for 5 seconds. I'm taking more product to create another flower. Roll same 3 balls. Okay, I'm taking my balls and place a little bit lower to create another flower. I give first direction to show my flower where is the center, and now open my bowl. Left, right, I define the width of the petal and towards me. So I have given direction to all my balls for them to be orientated same center. Now we open the ball. Using a flower brush, we make the petals now smooth and wave the petal if you want. I will do a cure for 5 seconds. You can see the thickness of the flower is 1 millimeter, so the client doesn't need to feel too much thickness. Now is the time for us to decorate our flower. So they are 3-dimensional, but I want to add more dimension, to add more shadow on the center. And I'm using a matte top coat, placing a drop on my palette. And initially I have thinking I was gonna use a black gel paint, but in the process of creation I changed my mind and I'm gonna use color number 19 of gel paint. So this is dark green. On this design I changed my mind. I think a darker green will gonna look nicer than black. So I'm taking a small amount of dark green gel paint and I mix it with top coat. Now using this mix, I want to add a little bit of shadow on my petals. So I'm placing a small drops of color on each petal. Now using my Kolinsky hair 2 zeros, I'm gonna blend this mix of gel paint with top coat on my petals. This way I create more three-dimensional effect to my flowers. Please use matte top coat without dispersion layer, because if you're using the one with dispersion layer, you have to wipe it. See, the flowers are very small. It's gonna be hard for you to wipe the flowers. You can see we have in the middle of the flower a little bit more shadow. Now it's time for another decoration, and I will use a caviar beads, which I mixed already with crystal gel. And I'm placing a crystal, and I decorate my flowers with a small caviar bead in the center. For our next design, I have prepared already the background texture with the same color what I have used it on my first one. Using the white gel, start making my balls to build up the nail art. So at this moment I pre-made 9 balls. I may need it more, we will see. Okay, starting from the middle of nail plate, we're gonna build same our 3-petal flower. So I have placed all 3 and I gave it them direction. Now I'm starting opening the balls. We have a light pressure. I have opened my balls. Now using our flower brush, we make smooth. I have my first flower ready, 3-petal. Flash cure in a lamp for 5 seconds. I continue to build the flower to the line what I have. So we want the line to be as a center of our flower. I'm gonna give orientation as center to be the line. Placing my next ball. Same orientation. So here already we don't have 3-petal of flower. We're gonna keep build up only with 2. Placing my next ball. Here I want to have just 1. Same orientation to our band. The balls are so small, so sometimes it's hard to place them. Definitely with the bigger balls, you're gonna work much faster. But we know in a nail plate we don't have a big space. So I have built up my design only in the right side. Now we need to do exactly the same on the left. Give direction first. The balls open. Use a flower brush to make all the petal smooth and wave it if it's necessary. Okay, here we have our design. I will flash cure 5 seconds. Now it's time to decorate. I'm using same mix of green with matte top coat, placing small drops of the mix. For painting the flowers, use gel paints, not gel polish, because with gel polish the flowers will be messy. So I placed the drops. Now we need this blending to have this more smooth transition. I will cure now matte top coat with gel paints for 30 seconds. Now I will add for decor caviar beads. Now we have our design ready. I have painted here background with black gel polish. I top coated with matte top coat. And now for decoration, I'm gonna use a white spider gel. And to prepare my background, so spider gel is kind of wiring gel. You can stretch, making lines. I'm using a dotting tool, so stretch until you have the necessary thickness of wiring. And I just make some obstruction. I will cure this one for 30 seconds. I have prepared already 5 balls, 3 same size, another 2 a little bit smaller, and we're gonna have the placement of the flower on this square. And we'll start with our 3 petal flower. I'm giving direction. We want to have all petal in the same center. Now we're gonna open. We have for each petal same movement, left, right, towards you. With flower brush, open the petals more, make it even, wave it if it's necessary. It's a preferences, right? I want to wave them to look more natural. Now I will have a flash cure in a lamp for 5 seconds. Now using the smaller balls, I will gonna place in between. So you can see the placement of the balls. So I want the upcoming petal to be overlap on my previous one. So I'm placing just at the edge of my previous petal. I'm giving direction and now start opening the ball. We want this petal smaller. Use a flower brush, make it more smooth. A flash cure. Now looking at my composition, I want to add one more petal, same small size, in between of my previous. This type of flowers, I already call them two-layer flowers. Like we have created the first layer, and on top is coming another one with smaller. We have our flower ready, but I want to add decoration. And here I'm gonna use a black gel paint, mix it with matte top coat. Matte top coat doesn't have this special layer. You need a darker gray mix. Now we're gonna add a little bit of shadow to our petals. Small amount, just place a drop at the base of the petal. Now we need to blend. I have added cover beads in the center, and here is our three-dimensional design. For this background, same I created using a white spider gel. I have my balls ready, and we start to build our flowers. Give direction. So I just placed my balls. Now we're gonna open all of them. Left, right, towards you. Follow the same movement for all. Use a flower brush to remove. Don't forget to remove the extra amount of liquid. And let's shape our petals. I have my first layer ready. I will have a flash cure and continue with second layer. For second layer, I have smaller balls. And then I place them in between. For second layer, I have smaller balls and I have placed them in between. Using silicone brush, give direction. Now it's time for our 3D brush. We open a little bit more the petal, make it smooth. Before we place our crystal, we need to add a little bit more shadow to create the effect of more dimensional. I'm using a black gel paint mixed with matte top coat, and I place a small drops of this mix at the base of the flower. Using a Kolinsky brush, I blend the mix to the petal. I have added some decoration, a bigger fork and caviar beads, and here we have another combination of 3D gel art. For the next combination, I have 6 balls, bigger and smaller, and we start to build our flower. Just imagine you have a circle, like a big circle, and we place these balls around. They are a little bit different sizes, some of them bigger, some of them smaller. So I'm gonna start with 4. So when you have multiple level flowers, multiple layers, you need a bigger center to leave, like leave some space in between in a center. So imagine my center will gonna be right here. Okay, let's give direction to our center, which will gonna be in the center of nail plate. Moving this one a little bit closer. This is what we have. Now let's open all the balls. Using a flower brush, shape them. A flash cure for our petals, and now we start to build our second layer. Like I want the next petals to be overlap of our previous one. I use a flower brush and make all them smooth. So for this design I call it more abstracted, and I like it when the flowers they are this way different sizes, so not equal size. Now to come with some more layer inside, we need to do a cure of 5 seconds. Here we have our flower ready. Time for decoration now. I couldn't leave our design without decoration, and I have added a bigger decor in the center, and I did shadow, which now is giving effect more three-dimensional. Here are our designs, all of them. Hope you have enjoyed and you liked the technique of using 3D gel art. Before to tell you goodbye, I'd like to make 2 reminders. If any question is coming up, please ask on our WhatsApp group. I am there for you and want to help you. Also, if you want to receive a certificate at the end of this course, please send me your results. Girls, here we have finished our course. I wish you great results and definitely happy clients. Take care.